في أكبر الكتب.
Well, good morning, and welcome to the Morning Report. My name is Willie Lawson. The Morning Report is directed at fightbackmedia.com, fightbackmedia.com, and fightbackmediatv.com. Oh, super happy you're here today. This short story is one that I've been waiting to tell for a while. This past Sunday, Fox News' Maria um, Bartiromo, name I have trouble saying, asked Representative Jim Jordan, who's a Republican from Ohio, a question that a lot of people have. The answer is obvious, but let's let's go ahead and play along. I've wondered as they listen to updates from various GOP investigations into President Biden, among others. During the Judiciary Committee's latest report on the Manhattan District Attorney's Office's political vendetta against President Donald Trump, the host asked what Republicans are actually planning to do about it. Hear it all the time. So what are they going to do about it? I've said to you a number of times, this idea that you're going to see President Biden, President Obama, Hillary Clinton, Barack Obama, all dragged off the federal prison, Frog Marsh Federal Prison in orange jumpsuit is it's just some weird wet dream you're having. It's not going to happen. Here's what he says, and no one's going to like this, but this Jim Jordan, I think, is an adult. He said, "Well, look, I mean, at this point, American citizens are asking, what can you do about it? I mean, look, with all due respect, people are sick of congressional investigations that go nowhere. People are sick and tired of being letters being written, stern letters being written, and said to people we know are in that are bad in the first place. Um, they want you to do something about it. When can you do the right? When can you do right these wrongs? How can you right these wrongs? And Jordan said, yeah, we've passed legislation out of the committee that will help remedy the situation, particularly the one in New York. But the president or vice president can move a federal case to a federal court from when you do these state prosecutions who are going after someone for a political reason. They just move to federal court. So we're a legislative body. We cannot put anybody in jail. Stop. Full stop. We are a legislative branch. We cannot put anyone in jail. And I don't think the Biden administration, their Department of Justice, is going to go after people who need to go after. You're not just going to excuse me, you're just not going to get that from the Attorney General Merrick Garland. He said she's not going to. So the hard part is that other than what they're doing, there's really nothing they can do. Well, when I hear they ought to lock them up. How? How? Just grab them and throw them in jail? How? If you're all about law and order, due process. So do you think that, I mean, again, when do you think that this Department of Justice is going to and the FBI are suddenly going to have a Paul on the moment on the road to Damascus moment, go blind for a week, wake up and go, oh, well, what have we been doing? Do you? You better do what I tell you. You better start local. You better win local. You better stay engaged. You better raise your kids. I started reading in the comments, and I told you I hate reading in the comments. That one of the comments is that conservatives need to engage in academia. Well, they do, but how do you win there? And then another comment later on said, conservatives ought to start their own universities. Just like social media. How many social media platforms that weren't Facebook, that weren't Instagram, that weren't TikTok, that had a conservative slant to them, came and went and died to neglect? in the early 2000s. A lot of them. You don't believe me? Email the folks at Liberty News or Grassfire Nation. I was in the room while my friend Eric Odom was writing one, and we were broadcasting on it. We were doing all we could to get people to sign up for it. Nothing. It died. It died to neglect. We heard comments like, "Stop sending us all these emails." So what I don't want to hear is, "Well, conservatives ought to start their own thing." Well, there are. Are you sending your kids to Hillsdale? Are you promoting them? Are you donating to them? Are you more concerned that your kids go off to a Norman State University? Are you pulling your kids out of public school? Homeschooling them? Sending them to Christian schools? Are you just happy to be at, XYZ high school because you graduated from there? So when I hear that conservatives ought to do this, and what I hear is that other people ought to do this and other people ought to do this, which is exactly what I hear from the left. Unfortunately, Jim Jordan at this point has a point. Unless things change from the inside out, nothing's going to change. We are on this road unless you and I decide to do something where we are. In any case, thank you again for coming. Until we see you again, go out there and learn to love somebody, and for goodness sakes, take care of yourself. We will see you when we see you. Bye bye now.
في أكبر